Hey guys, it's Flory. Welcome back to my channel. Hey, we got another nail tutorial for you today. We're going to do a nail tutorial that is Pokemon Go inspired and or just basically Pokemon inspired. The new rage and craze right now is Pokemon Go, and I'm not gonna lie, yours truly is one of those players. Not very far advanced. I'm only on level 5, but that's okay. I don't get out of the house much, so I guess I do okay. Anyways, so we're gonna do a nail tutorial, and this is a collaboration video, and there's with some of my fellow What's Up in Makeup reporters, and a special friend of ours. I'm gonna list everybody's channel down below. We decided, since we were on hiatus, that we were going to go ahead and do a collaboration video. I mean, might as, until next week when we go back to our What's Up in Makeup news broadcast. So this is going to be a great, nice filler for you guys to watch until we go live again, or at least keep us busy and out of trouble anyway. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and get started. What I'm going to do is go ahead and show 4 different characters on my nails, and also then the Pokeball. Some of this might be a little bit advanced, and some of, I guess you can call it advanced, but it's not really that hard because I'm not that good at nail. I guess I'm not a natural born artist, so I guess I have to use little tricks and different things. I'll show you on the way how I do what I do. So let's go ahead and get started. The first guy we're going to tackle today is Meowth, and we're going to put him on our pinky. And I'm going to go ahead and use a stamping plate. And this stamping plate is a Bundle Monster stamping plate. And this actually is from our Halloween the Halloween plates that came out last year, and this is plate number BM S202, and we're going to go ahead and use this little guy right here, and he's going to be our outline for Meowth, and we're going to go ahead and use him. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and grab some of the things that I need, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we got our kitty cat, and what I'm going to go ahead and do is top coat him right here, and then we'll let that dry, and then we'll be able to peel him off, and then we'll be able to put him on our nail. So see how easy that was? We went ahead and just top coated that, and well, I'll go ahead and let that dry. it won't take very long. We had used that quick dry top coat. And then we'll go ahead and just peel this off. And then we'll apply him to our pinky. I am so sorry, guys. I totally thought I was recording when I put this little decal. I just got done putting the little kitty cat on my pinky, and I'm so sorry. I thought I was recording. Anyways, we just got him on there. What I went ahead and did is carefully peeled him off of our the end of our stamper, and I put some top coat down on my pinky, and then put our little cat down on here so that he would have something to stick to. And that's kind of where we are right now. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to grab a jewel and put that on top of, because Meowth has a little jewel that's on his forehead, or a little doodah, a little, I don't know, little kind of jewel there. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of these. So I'm going to go ahead and fix that up, and then I'll be right back with you. Okay, so that's Meowth. What do you guys think? I thought he came out pretty decently. Okay, so the next finger we're going to go ahead and do Charmander. And what I did with Charmander is I went ahead and started with a base of, oh, I know what I did. I started with Simple Colors Out of This World. Here we go. And that's this shade right here. I'm sorry, I just got this camera so zoomed in that so you can see what I'm doing, that it's hard for me to judge where to put the products at. So I went ahead and put the base down already. Here we go, right here. And let me put some more light on this subject. Ugh. I need a new lighting department. That's just it. Okay, so we're going to do the same kind of technique that we just did, except this time I'm going to use, again, this is going to be a Bundle Monster plate from the Work It collection, and this is BM XL 181, I believe. That's this one right here. It's the football plate. Okay, and we're going to use, let me show you the image that we're going to use. We're going to use this image right here, and we're just going to use the flame part of it. So let me grab what I need, and I'll be right back with you. I'm going to use this yellow, and I'm taking the OPI yellow, My Twin Mimi from the Hello Kitty collection. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is pop that right in the center of these little flames. And then I'm going to take this color right here. This is from Nina Ultra Pro. And this is in the color Painted Desert. And I'm going to go ahead and put this color kind of around the flames. And that will kind of give the colors that the Charmander's flame is, because he has yellow in the center, is kind of outlined by an orange. So I'm going to go ahead and swipe that like that, and it's going to give us this impression right here, and this is kind of what it looks like. And we have a little bit more here than we need. And you know what, even though it kind of is swatched nicely and everything, I think I got too much yellow for my liking. So I'm going to try this one more time. I didn't like the way the colors came out. So let's try one more time on camera. And if I can't get it, then I'll have to try to do it off camera. But I'm going to go, I think I got a little too much yellow. I went ahead and did my left hand already because, all right, my right hand with my left hand. Anyways, my opposite hand to test everything out to see how it would work. And it was fun, but oh my goodness, it was not easy. I went ahead to save the easy hand for on camera. Alright, so we're going to stick with that one. Okay, so here's our decal, and what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to push down right here, right on the edge where our top coat is, and hopefully you can see how it's kind of lifting. And what it should do is lift for me, and I'm going to do is grab it with my tweezers, and I'm going to very carefully pull that, and it should just pull right up. And hopefully, if I was careful enough, it should come off intact, and there should be our little flame. Hopefully you guys can see that. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on the top of my nail, right around here. And that's kind of where this is gonna be. Okay, so I do have a little bit of excess up here, and I'm gonna go ahead and clean that up a little bit, and I'll be right back. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and finish Charmander. Okay, so I'm back. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do, let me get my band there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use this Wet n Wild, and this is in the color Blaze. I thought that was appropriate. And I'm gonna go ahead and carefully kind of put an outline of Charmander's head right around here. I liked this shade, but then again, I went ahead and I grabbed this is becoming this China Glaze right here. Is this Papa Don't Peach. It's a pain in the butt. It's a pain in the butt, but I just love the color, and it's one of my favorites right now. And I don't know why, because it is such a pain to deal with. But I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of this also on top of that Blazed, and kind of bring out a little bit of Charmander's color. And I used blue. So I'm going to use a little of this OPI right here, and this is Can't Find My Checkbook, and I'm just going to go ahead and put a little dauble right here on my stamping plate, and we'll use some of that. Okay. Charmander has eyebrows, so I'm going to go ahead and use a striping brush right here, a striping polish. This is some black, and just very lightly make him a couple of eyebrows. You know, we don't look right unless we got our brows on, right? Oh. For some reason that wasn't dragging the way I wanted to. But anyways, so brows not on fleek right now for Charmander, but I guess we're going to have to deal with that. We're just going to have to be like that, I guess. But Charmander is pretty much the flame. And I might go in and fix his little eyebrow here off camera, but we're going to go ahead, his eyebrow right here off camera, but we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Okay, hang on with me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next nail, which is our middle finger here, and it's already painted yellow, so we kind of got an idea which guy's going to be on here, and that is going to be our Pikachu. What I'm going to go ahead and do is got these vinyls right here, and they have the little lightning strike. So I'm going to go ahead and put this over to the side. Hopefully you can see me. I'm going to place it to the side over here of my nail so it could be on kind of on the top. Oh, okay. To the top part. Okay, and then what I'm going to go ahead and do is take the Zoya polish that I got on clearance at Ulta. I'm really enjoying this polish. I gotta get it. Anyways, it's called Hazel, and it's a metallic, and it's just a beautiful color. So I'm going ahead and I put that up there on the. Let me see if I got this right, the way I want it to be. And I hope it works out. I'm backwards, so. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is take the Hazel, the metallic blue, and just go ahead and paint over my yellow. And over the vinyl. And you'll see why here in a second. Okay, so while it's still wet, I'm going to carefully take off my vinyl. And hopefully it will. And there's our little bit of a lightning bolt type of outline. What I'm going to go ahead and do is, since it's a little bit bigger than I'd like, is I'm going to go ahead and I'm hoping that you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to go ahead and kind of take a little bit of the width off of the lightning strike. And Pikachu is our electric, he's our electric Pokemon, so that's why he's got like a little lightning tail. And so that's kind of how I'm going to start with that right there. I'm going to go ahead and top coat that and let it dry, and I'll be right back with you after that. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do now is I'm going to go ahead and freehand my little Pikachu on my nail. So let's go ahead. I'm going to use the same yellow, my twin Mimi. I'm just going to go ahead and make a little, put a little bit down right here for me to use. And that's going to be my little palette, so to speak. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab a dotting tool because it just seems to be, that works just as good for me as does a brush. I haven't really found a brush that I'm in love with right now, so I mean it's just as easy to do this. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is just, and the details are going to come in when we start painting his little face in. And so look, you'll be able to see more what we're doing here. There are tons of tutorials on YouTube and Pinterest and everywhere where you can make a real easy Pokemons on your nails. I don't know why I didn't go that route. I guess I'm just a glutton for punishment, but I just started getting a little crazy with my ideas, and that's what happened. So sorry guys. Okay, so here's kind of the outline of our Pikachu, and then what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to need a little bit of black, and he has a little bit of a on his ear, he has a little bit of a black, what do you call it? Just a little tip. The little tip of his ear is got a little black on it, or brown. And so does his tail. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of detail there on his tip of his tail. It's this 9-0 lacquer. I don't know why, just for some reason it has a little bit of a sparkle to it, and little Pikachu's eyes kind of have a little sparkle to it, so I don't know how much you're going to be able to pick up of it, but as you can tell, I kind of like putting a little something something on my nail arts. Okay, time out. Be back. Okay, we're going to go ahead and try that little mouth one more time. Put his little nose. A little light touch again right here. I think we're just going to leave that for now until it dries completely, because for some reason it's not wanting to let me paint there yet. So I'm going to leave that alone for right now, and maybe we'll come back to that. But I'm going to go ahead and put little his little rosy cheeks on. And I'm going to use little jewels for that, because I think it's going to look kind of cool. So I'm going to get little red, little tiny rhinestones. And we're just going to put them on his little cheeks. And what are we going to use to pick up? I lost my little stick. Oh, there he is. Hold on, I'm back. I lost my little orange wood stick. Okay, so we're back, and here we go. I'm going to put his little rosy cheeks on. I'm going to use little rhinestones. If I can grab one. Here's one. Let's see if this one's going to go on here. This one, for some reason, looks a little big. I don't know. It's wrong size gotten that little. Can we see? Can you see? Okay. You can kind of see how he kind of came along. You can see his facial features. You can see how it looks like a Pikachu a little bit better than it did before. And we'll go ahead and let that set, and then we'll top coat it. And I'll go ahead and move on to the next one. And the next nail we're going to do is Jigglypuff. And I'll go ahead and get what I need, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. We're going to get a little bit creative, let's say, with this one. Okay, I'm going to use this Queen plate number 98. We're going to use this little image right here. Can you see? Yeah. Can you see that? Okay, that's this is the image we're going to use, and it's not a Jigglypuff, but it kind of has a little outline of a Jigglypuff, so I'm going to use that guy. And so it's just the way I get a little creative. So, okay, we're back. I think I got this in the camera angle, camera view. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use this Bundle Monster Black stamping polish again, and we're going to go ahead and there we go. There's our little guy. And let's get rid of what we don't need. And I don't need this piece right there. And I'm probably out of camera angle, aren't I? Okay, there's our little guy. And I'm going to go ahead and take out the little nose, because that's not going to do us any good. I'm also going to take out the eyes, because I'm going to put in different eyes when we get, because those eyes were just a little bit too close set for what I wanted for Jigglypuff. Okay, so here we got our little outline, and so you kind of see what we did. We kind of used what we have, and this is going to work out pretty good. And what I'm going to have to do too is I'm going to have to paint in Jigglypuff's little swirly Q that he has on the top of his head. So I'm going to try to do that too. And that was another reason why I had to get rid of the eyes that were on there, because they were just too close. So what I'm going to go ahead, Jigglypuff is my favorite Pokemon, I think, besides, of course, Pikachu. But I think if I think Jigglypuff is the one. I like the best. She just is just too cute, and I love how she gets really mad when everybody goes to sleep when she sings, because she wants to entertain her audience, and her voice is so sweet and so melodic that it puts everybody to sleep, and she gets mad, and when she gets really mad, then she goes and draws on everybody's face with Sharpie markers. I think it's just too cute. And she gets all puffy. She gets all huffy and puffy. I just think it's funny. She's just one of my favorites. So I had to include her in my nail art, Pokemon nail art, because she is one of my favorites. Even though wasn't the easiest to put together. She was a challenge, as those kind of all of them were. But you know, I think it's fun, you know, to challenge yourself. And let's see. But yes, and as I'm sure you all probably already know, but all the Pokemons pretty much just speak, when they speak their own name. So when she sings her own name over and over. And it's just so cute. And there we go. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is let this completely dry. Then I'm going to top coat it, and then I'm going to take that decal off. Okay? Be right back. Okay, so now we got our little Jigglypuff stamp or decal. So I'm going to go ahead and put her on my nail like so. So I'm going to go ahead and lay down some top coat. And then we'll apply her. You know, you can always just freehand on your nail too. Sometimes I find this a little bit easier, only because it's just easier to paint on an object that's not moving, such as your finger or your nail. And you know, it's just easier, especially when you're in your opposite hand. So I'm going to go ahead and try to pat her down and make sure she's... And that's kind of how she'll be on my nail. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is clean up the edges, and do that with acetone. And I'll be right back, okay? Alright. Okay, so on our last nail, on our last nail, we're going to go ahead and do our Pokeball, which is going to be the easiest one of this tutorial. So basically what I went ahead and did is I took another vinyl and I went ahead and just put it straight across my nail. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is just paint. I went ahead and put down a white base, and you can use any white base that you want. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is go ahead and use a red, which I'm using Revlon's Seduce, and this is in the Brilliant Strength line, and it's just a really bright, nice red. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of paint right there at the bottom. You know, I don't know if you can't consider at the top of the nail. And what I'm going to go ahead and do is put 2 coats really quickly, and just to deepen up the color. And I'm just making sure I stay on the side of the vinyl, because that's going to keep us a straight line. And while my polish is still wet, I'm going to go ahead and pull that, and there you go. And I have a straight line. So what we're going to go ahead and do next is make it look like a Pokeball. And what I'm going to do is get my my black striper. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to follow along the line that we just created. And it's easy, like if you just kind of lay your hand down, but since I'm going to try to stay in frame here, I'm just going to go ahead and take the black striper and just kind of lay it and just kind of roll my thumb to try to keep a straight line. And that's just the easiest way to do it. Easier if you're flat on the table than if you're in, since we're in the midair, it kind of makes it a little bit harder. But kind of, you know, there you go, you got yourself a line. What I'm going to go ahead and do is kind of thicken that line up a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and make one more line. And we're going to roll again. And there you go. So what we're going to do next is make the little center piece, the circle. And we're going to use our dotting tool, and we're going to need some black paint again. So our black polish. This would be easy to do also with acrylic paints. I didn't have any acrylic paints. I just have my polishes I use. Always use my polishes for my nail art. It just works out okay for me that way. And then what I'm going to do is go ahead and just take my biggest dotting tool, which is my white one. It's usually the one that has the biggest point on the end. And I'm going to go ahead and just dab that in the black. And right in the center of this line that we created is go ahead and just dab right in the center. And kind of create a little bit of a bigger circle. So we're going to have to kind of make our own little circle. So it's not going to be perfectly round because of the way we're dabbing it. So, and it's going to be okay. It'll be alright if it's not perfect. So that's kind of how that looks. And then what we're going to do is going to dab a little white dot in the middle of that black dot. And so we'll take a little bit of the white and put it down on our little fake palette here. And just kind of do the same thing. And very lightly, we're going to just pop that right in the center. And there you go. And there's your Pokeball. And you want to make sure you let that dry and go ahead and top coat that. And then you'll be all done. And I'm going to go ahead and clean up, and then we'll go ahead and look at the final product, okay? Be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. So this is it. Well, final project. Final look. If we can get it all in the camera. There we go. Okay, so we got our Meowth, we got our Charmander, we got our Pikachu, we got our Jigglypuff, and our Pokeball. So, I hope you guys liked this nail art and the little talk through that I did. If you have any questions, please leave them below and I'll be sure to answer you. If you're coming from one of the other girls' channels, please, I just want to say welcome, and please subscribe. And we do a lot of nail polish, and we do a lot of makeup. So there's a lot of good fun over here. So yeah, welcome, and please subscribe. And And if not, if to my subscribers, make sure you guys go and check out the other girls, because I'm sure you'll really like what they have to show you for their Pokemon inspired looks that we are offering today. So go ahead and tell me below which one was your favorite, and also who your favorite Pokemon is, and if you're playing Pokemon Go, let me know. Alright guys, much love to you all, and we'll talk to you really soon. Okay, take care. Bye.